My name is David Armstrong, and with Andre Punt, I'm one of the two co-chairs of the steering committee that brought this all together, and we thank you all for coming. The slide that's been up now for a while tells the story. This is the 14th Bevan event. Normally, the winter series of 10 weekly seminars has been turned into this fantastic, come on in, don't be shy, plenty of seats down here in the middle, into this two-day event focusing on Magnuson-Stevens, and I'm told repeatedly the timing couldn't be better because of the reauthorization underway. A few people to thank, in fact, quite a few people. This is the long list of the original steering committee and the growing group of friends, to the extent that half of the people in this room are probably named on that slide. There was an initial core, but along the way, it became obvious the expertise needed was so broad and captured in other people like John Hendershot, who came in at the last moment. These folks helped me in a critical way to partially navigate the political process that was new to me, and Penny Dalton particularly emphasized from the outset the politics of it all is critical and has to be showcased. I'm pointing, I don't know if we have a pointer, but is it on the screen? This is an old slide. This old slide is missing Dave McGowan, who, are you in the room, Dave? He was out at the table giving you your name tags, and many of you got hundreds of emails along the way from Dave McGowan. It would not be if we hadn't brought in that fabulous graduate student who helped organize the travel, the reception, the room, the TV, and made us spend money right and left, but it was all worth it. In addition, not here, is Marcus Duke, who is the web person and had to constantly change the web up until yesterday, or at least the agenda portion of it, as people switched, senators couldn't come. You'll note that we're missing, or perhaps not note, the recreational fishery dimension. Who was Gil? Yeah. Sadly, at the last moment, had to withdraw for a family emergency. But those sorts of dynamics brought Marcus into play constantly, and we're very, very grateful for all that help. This is only happening because of the broad sponsorship that was provided. So across these different logos and the people behind them, the budget came together to make this occur at a level that we have no charge to anyone. And that's in the spirit of the Bevan series, as started by Tonya Bevin. I'm going to point at that screen, and of course it won't show. But Tonya Bevin, who we will hopefully see at the reception tonight. Tonya, you're not here now. She's preparing to depart for Moscow and had a number of chores to take care of. And you'll see in just a moment, she initiated the Bevan Endowment, and her generosity provides much of the money. But also, as you see listed here, both of the two Seattle NOAA Fisheries Center, the Northwest Center, the Alaska Center, the industry has been extremely generous. The Marine Conservation Alliance, the, let's see, my eyes are so bad, At-Sea Processors Association, very, very critical. The Bering Sea Fisheries Research Foundation, the councils, North Pacific Fisheries Management Council. We were lucky to stumble into support from the Packard Foundation that is very beneficial, Environmental Defense Fund. All of it together provides the budget for this event. And you know, you'll see how generous at the lavish reception tonight. So the Bevan series honors Don Bevan, who hired me so long ago. He was formidable. I was a new assistant professor, and I did anything he told me to do. But many of you know him historically, a very, very effective person who moved from the core of his science to the political arena. And at various points in his career, he was Dean of the College of Fisheries so long ago, Associate Dean of the College of Ocean and Fishery Sciences, Director of our school. And it is for him that this event was named. And I wish she was here because we really struggled to find a picture of Tonya. This is a great picture of her. And again, as I say, hopefully you'll meet her soon. She was inspired and told a story to a few folks last night that Don went in for surgery, and sadly that day he didn't make it through the surgery, but there were trees being cut at their property out in Duval, and it turned out to be a lot of timber, and it was worth money, and it was sold, and she looked at that and said, let's start an endowment. So that was the origin of the financial basis for the Bevan endowment that has now financed 14 years of this series. So we're very grateful to her and all of the people who participated in funding it this year. It's an ambitious agenda. We apparently have ruthless timekeepers, and at the expense of seeming to be impolite, we'll try to keep talks on time as we move through. Dave, are you in here yet? Any logistical things to note? There are bathrooms all over this building. And if you, did you get hard copies of an agenda? They weren't? Okay, online. Well, on the flip side was to be directions to the Urban Horticulture Center, where beginning at 6 o'clock we'll convene. It will be sunny, beautiful. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous area. Co-chair, Andre Punt, any words?
Not many,
I think you have to talk into this for the audiences in the 48.
Do I need a microphone?
No.
They usually turn this off when I get it. The one person David actually hasn't thanked yet is David, without whom we would actually not be here today. He has literally marshaled the troops, occasionally sent, I think the record was 20 emails in one sequence of things that were going right, wrong, confused, needed to be fixed up. David and the rest of the steering committee have done a wonderful job to actually pull together what I think is an amazing set of speakers. I mean, when I look through the set of speakers and I look through my original list of these are the top people I really, 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 really want to have here, I think we've done really well. So I think we're in for a really spectacular 2 days. Being the Bevan series, we're hoping for both an extremely entertaining 2 days. For most of us, sitting in 2 days of meetings is unusual. For those of you who go to council meetings, 2 days of meetings feels like just the opening salvo. So we're, those of us who do that for a living are trained fairly well. There are some great talks. We do have a limited amount of time to meet over tea and lunch, because we really do want to focus on getting as much information across. So that is a little limited, but this evening we're going to, as David said, have a extravaganza at the Urban Horticulture Center, and you'll have time to chat, to discuss what happened, keep the discussion going, basically. But I don't want to take up more time because no one came here to listen to me, so I'll give it to David.
And maybe just a final hello out there in France somewhere, Ray Hilborn. Sorry that you can't be here. He was one of the few who started this thing and then decided he should go to France instead on sabbatical.